Pure Evolution. My name is Gloria Elizabeth. Today, I'd like to bring up an important topic that it's affecting everybody, and especially directed to the people who are reducing fat intake in their diet. I completely understand that because I used to be one of those people who would get fat-free pretty much everything in order to create a lower calorie count in my day and then hopefully reduce my weight. Unfortunately, for the most products out there, if you're reducing the fat, they are increasing the sugar in the products. For example, for yogurt, a low-fat yogurt, usually the sugar tends to be really high, or they start to use artificial sweeteners, which are very bad for your health. So there's a lot of areas, bars and breads and baked goods, that the sugar goes up because the fat's reduced, and then because you don't have that fat to buffer and to slow down the absorption of that added sugar, you're getting even more sugar into your system right away, which is eventually going to be stored as fat. So it's kind of a double-edged sword if you're trying to eliminate fats by adding more processed or high sugar products. One of the things that is very important to know that fat actually helps move fat from your body. I'll start off by one of the most common fats that people will try and avoid is a saturated fat. And so essentially we can break fats down into two big categories, saturated and unsaturated. So saturated means that at room temperature, take my coconut oil, for example, it's harder. When you warm it up, it gets liquid, and you can even use it for high heat cooking. A lot of people are actually afraid of coconut oil. They're afraid that it's going to clog arteries, increase cholesterol. And the beauty is, though, that it's actually one of the perfect oils for cooking because it doesn't break down and turn into a trans fat during high heat. So this is something that you can use for cooking, you can use it for skin, and it's a medium chain saturated fat, which means that it absorbs into your body so quickly that it's used as energy right away and it's not stored as fat. So it's an awesome choice if you wanted to take a look for something that's better for cooking and it will actually help you lose weight. A little tip on how you can use this in a weight loss, routine would be if you wanted to take I would start off, depending on your weight, anywhere from half a tablespoon to a tablespoon with warm water, or just take it as is, about half an hour before you eat. It's going to increase the feeling of satisfaction when you eat. It increases your metabolic rate, and it lubricates your intestinal tract, which makes it for easier digestion. So it's a good little tool to have. So that's one example of a very healthy, very beneficial saturated fat. Things like milk and eggs also have a really bad rep. People are afraid that it's going to increase your cholesterol. But unfortunately, it's not true. It's things like margarine. Those are the types of products that are going to increase your cholesterol. Butter is excellent for you. If you get organic whole butter, it's excellent. It's actually just a little bit more in fat quantity than margarine without any of the added chemicals. So those are some options for saturated fats. They help lubricate all throughout your body. You don't want to overconsume. Generally, you want to go a little bit more liquid, like a good olive oil. These are the types of fats that you can consume quite freely, and I would recommend that you consume them on a daily basis. There's a lot of different varieties of how you can get your fats into your diet, and I'm here to just give you some examples. Olive oil is an excellent choice. It can be added. It's not the best choice for cooking under high heat as coconut oil would be, but for low temperature or for just adding to salad dressings, for mixing into on top of vegetables after they're steamed, it's an excellent choice. And then also, I'm just going to bring in a whole army of nuts here. So not only do nuts have very good omega-3s, which are essential for energy, for weight loss, for cell tissue, communication between your cells, for your nervous system, for absolutely everything, but they also come loaded with minerals and vitamins. So raw, I generally recommend raw, and if you can pre-soak nuts, that's fantastic as well. But almonds, Brazil nuts are fantastic for you. Pumpkin seeds, high in protein. All of these are high in protein, high in good fats. And then hemp hearts. These are an excellent choice as well. These all can be sprinkled onto salads. If you wanted to blend them into a shake, you could actually also do that as well. They go lovely if you have some of these nuts and then maybe some dried fruit, a very small amount. They're excellent for trail mixes. So there's a lot of really good ways to spice it up. And also, if you wanted to do supplement versions of oils, there are some vegetarian versions. So for example, these are all vegetarian. If you wanted to do, this is a liquid, it's an emulsified. Some people have whether or not they like emulsified, that's fine. It's completely up to you, but this is an emulsified version of fish oils. And they absorb so quickly, they're flavored, they taste amazing, and they could go into your shake as well. And you can have them all throughout the day. Krill oil is also a fantastic version of omega-3. It's said to, in some cases, actually absorb a little bit better than Alaskan salmon. And it basically, the comparison between that and salmon is basically the same, but the absorption is said to be a little bit faster. And then for a vegetarian supplement, you could do something like sea buckthorn, which is excellent. And not only does it give you the omega-3s, but it actually focuses a lot on skin, and for your gut, it's actually very healing for that as well. So these are quite a lot of examples of how you can incorporate fats into your diet. And I'm going to just stress the point one more time that it's about actually providing your body with a certain amount of energy that you're not going to be getting if you're cutting it out. Unfortunately, we've given fats a bad rep, but actually without fat, you can't burn fat. So it's important to keep it in your diet. It'll keep your energy high. It will give you repair from your skin all the way down to your cellular membranes. So it's important on every level. And if you have any questions on any of the fats, please send me any comments. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Bye.